Hello, it's the Banter Guy here, and welcome back to part 7 of my Lord of the Rings The Third Age walkthrough. In the last episode we tackled another of the goblin chieftains that are around Western Moria, and now we continue on with our ventures. And here we are, with another battle. 4 enemies this time. Ooh. Well, I'll just get rid of the archers first, because they're the most irritating to me. Okay, Adhood, flame him! And like that, one of them was gone. Yeah, goblin arrow, whatever. Oh, quick clawing, yeah, keep it coming. Actually, don't keep it coming, I'm getting really sick of it. Seriously? How many attacks do you have? At least I got a counterattack. What? This is stupid. Kill him, or maim him, whatever. Iberathor. Kill. I mean, seriously though, like, those enemy attacks were, like, endless. They just kept on coming, and it was like, give me a break. Honestly. And finish off Iberathor. And cleave him to death, Hadhod. Or not! Fine! Oh, the cleaving won't finish them off. I just really like the look of that axe. It looks so well made. Idra leveled up. Hadhod leveled up. And no one else did. Okay. And we got some Leaves of Lambus for that. Leaves of Lambus are actually quite good when used like in the correct way. But yeah, kind of, they're useful but they're not at the same time. Because you don't really, unless you're really struggling for AP, you don't really tend to use Leaves of Lambus all that much. But it's nice to have them. Okay. Continuing on. This way. I'll save when we get to the save point that's before all the major battles in this area. I kind of remember that from the last time I played through this game, which was, oh, it must be a couple of years now. Anyway, chest. Found room 6 of 7. We're getting close to completing that quest. Although I don't know why we were ever told to do it in the first place. So there was no cutscene explaining why we had to collect all the runes, but, well, a quest's a quest. Well, that was a quick battle. Awesome. Okay. Defy Firefile. Okay. That's going to be a wee bit useful later on, but not right now. Save! I think we're probably 7% done now. Are we? 7% done? No, okay. Well, I suppose we haven't completed many quests, but... Okay. Moving on. And more walking awkwardly towards the next major battle. Yeah, for a lot of these walking moments, I'm probably not going to say much because there isn't really much to talk about, but during the battles, there's plenty to talk about. Like this one.
Listen.
Oh, cutscene first.
What is this?
Wait, I see something. What do you say to this, dwarf?
That would be a key to a very important item. Something kept in the throne room. Perhaps a book of secrets. Can you lead us there? Time is running out. I think we have found more than we bargained for.
It is a Balrog of Morgoth.
Must master our fear. Follow that creature. It is our only way out. It is no use. The path is destroyed. We must fall back and find another way.
Battle! In a very awkward formation. Yeah, this is one of those battles where you're encircled, so you can't retreat. If you could have retreated. And because you're in a circle, there's a lot of enemies. There are 6 of these guys, I'm putting it on the screen, these sword guys that are attacking you now, there's 6 of them. So it's kind of like an army battle. I mean, it's not a boss battle, but it's difficult nonetheless. So here we go. One dead already. Citadel Rage. Another one dead already. And a Goblin Bane. And another one dead. Yeah, I was right to do it in this order, no doubt. Okay. Thank you for that. Not a Goblin Bane! I like killing goblins in these vast numbers. And you're dead. And finally, Berethor. And yeah, that pretty much ends off that battle. If you haven't already been to a different area, that battle can sometimes screw you over quite badly, but in this situation I think they handled it pretty well. And we got a lot of stuff. Ooh, now that axe Hadhod just got is very good. Dexterity. You must hit, Berethor. Constitution and strength. Ooh, much better chest plate. And now here's the axe I was talking about. Those are some pretty nice bonuses. Okay. Health medicine. And, well, dwarven ale, so it's not bad chest. Battle? Yeah, battle. More goblins. Hadhod. Well, at least Idriel killed him. Now stand fast. Not gonna work, not gonna work. Idiot. Citadel rage on Imperator! You didn't kill him, but at least he's injured. 19 damage. Yeah, as you can tell by that 1400 damage, that axe is much better. Okay, and that ends off that little skirmish. Hadhod leveled up, and so did Elagos, but no one cares! Anything else? No? Okay. So we continue on and not get stuck on pillars, please, Berthor. Spirit and Constitution. Whatever. Yeah. A lot of walking to be done. And, Hadhod got some shin pads. So, I suppose it is worth the walk, but if you like to save time, probably not. Yeah, not really much to talk about during these scenes, except I like this game, I like it a lot. Although I would point out one fault is the fact that the dexterity situation with how much you can hit an enemy is kind of screwed. Because like no matter how much dexterity you would have, you would still miss on occasion, and it doesn't follow rules of RPGs, which kind of annoys me and a few other people. So yeah, that's my only complaint. But that archer never got to fire his arrows, which is something I like. A nice critical there, Berthor. Yeah, there's going to be a few of these wee battles between now and when we get back to the save point. Uh-huh. Do-de-do-de-do. Kill that archer, Berthor. Kill him. You didn't kill him. That's a problem. But Hadhod will resolve, or redeem, your stupidity with a nice Goblin Bane. And finish it off with a Weakling Slash. Wow, that was like he exploded the way that animation went. And lovely triumphant music even though we only killed 2 goblins! And another battle. Ah. Yeah, a lot of these goblins have between 800 and 1000 health. So that's why Idriel can kill them in like one hit, and so can Hadhod. Now Berthor will get better, but he's gonna be quite bad until he does get some good swords, which don't really... Because this is a dwarven settlement, you won't find many Gondorian swords here, which is why he'll suck for most of Moria. So sorry about that, but there's nothing I can do about it. in terms of Berthor sucking. And more fights. Da 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 da. Bye bye, Archer. You missed, even though it's still the animation knocked him over. That's stupid! Well, he's dead now. Thank you, Berthor. At least you're hitting with your counter-attacks. Even though you counter like maybe 1 in every 10 hits. So it's kind of moot anyway. And that pretty much sums that up. Alright, more battles to fight. Oh, and of course you would counterattack, wouldn't you, Goblin? Just sword you to death. And weaken that wolf. Haha, you missed. Now cleave him to death, Hadhog. Cleave! Sorry, it's just every time he does that animation, I just can't help but think of a gorilla. Just for no reason particularly, just I think that's what it looks like. Constitution and dexterity, spirit, obviously, and strength and dexterity. Save! Because I don't want to have to do all that crap again. Okay. Are we any more percentage done? Game completed. 7%! We are not quite a tenth of the way through from completing the entire game. Yay! Okay. And finally, this area. Chest. Get it. Find all the runes. Well, that's nice. Chest. And a battle with some wolves on the other side. Dwarven ale, okay. Right, another thing. Being Moria, there will be a lot of Dwarven ale here. Which is quite good, because it is a very useful item. Come later on in the game. Okay. Loud Wolf of Fury. That didn't kill you. That is a problem. Seriously. Fine. Learned Hue Armor. It's not bad. Oh. Kill that war. Weaken him. Learned Winning Strike. Okay. I'm just gonna use some pretty cheap abilities to finish this guy off. Alright. Level up. Anyone else joining Berthor? Elagos! But nobody cares about Elagos because he's not one of our main characters in our party. Okay. I think I'll save up here. Because I'm slightly paranoid. More dexterity. And whatever. Save! Saving is good because it means we don't have to repeat anything if we die, which we probably won't considering that I've played through this game multiple times on normal and not died much, so anyway. We're in the crypt, and we are now 8% done the game! That's pretty good. Okay. We got a wee bit more. I was going to stop recording, but I think I'll go for a wee longer. Or a wee bit longer. Cutscene! Oh. What? Oh, never mind.
How can we open this?
We'll have to unlock glorious secrets first.
Yes. Before the goblins trap us here.
Right. Yeah, sorry about that.
We have found it, at last.
Got some nice armor for Hadhod. But basically the story requires that you do the areas in a different order, so we have to go back to that room with the Goblin Chieftain to get some knowledge.
It is yours now. In memory of your people. Aye. In memory of them all.
The dialogue doesn't recognise I. That's funny. Okay. Battle! Basically, I'm just trying to get through these battles as quickly as I possibly can because they're just quite generic at this point. Haha, you missed! You missed! You missed! 'Cause you suck. Barathor! Stop missing. He died of Winning Strike. He's probably at like 40 health or something. some okay items, I guess. Barathor got a decent sword! Finally! And Edria leveled up. Constitution, definitely. And Atod got... It's really... I quite like the way this velvet armor looks. Just the way I look at it. A third age steel longsword of Arnor. And as a comparison to his previous weapon, it does 10 more damage. It probably equals out about 25 damage, like per 1 damage, so, you know, it does a bit more. Grain water. And slime of Orthanc. So we've got to go all the way back to that area, the throne room, and yeah, just for the sake of getting a bit of information. So, that means we've got a lot of walking to do. And I can finally have a chance to discuss some of my opinions of the game. Well, there's one thing that I think maybe could have done with a bit of improving, and I've already said it, but the fact that you can't hit anything particularly well, even if you had all your stats into dexterity. It could be improved, but I think, based upon what I know, I suppose if they did take that factor out, the game would become quite easy, but it's just, if you're not hitting something for a while and the enemies pretty much always hit you, then it just becomes, first of all, a little bit unfair, and second of all, it just really irritates you, especially if you're a hardcore fan of the game like I am. So, yeah. I think those, or well, that main point is my concern with the game in general, but other than that, it's a pretty good game, and I would recommend it to anyone who's a fan of RPG type games, Lord of the Ring type games. Oh, thank goodness, that random battle went away. I was worried I was going to have to fight it there. Yeah, but I mean, if you're a fan of RPGs, this is definitely an okay game for you.
Well, you found it. Glorious book of secrets.
We cannot take it with us.
No, but I shall open it.
Here it is. And Louis Van. I can speak the words. I cannot find the door.
Of course not. That would require cunning beyond the mind of an elf. Yes, witch. Your people serve to secure our doors and seek our mithril, but you are never the power behind our throne. Then, now, or ever.
Well, we found the Book of Secrets. Now that we have the key, obviously. And I think that's pretty much going to do it for this episode. So I've been the Banter Guy. Comment and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys later.